listening to the Cosmic Celebrity Podcast, where spiritually gifted persons receive information and tips on awakening their consciousness to develop and integrate their abilities in their daily life through spiritual growth. Here's your host, Athena Lucene.
Welcome to episode 4 of the Cosmic Celebrity Podcast here at athenalucene.com. There's so many unique ways that a spiritually gifted person can grow into and experience their abilities. And while there are many similarities, there's also so many differences based on a person's situation and their unique circumstances. And while some persons are in the basic knowing that they are spiritually gifted, even if they don't know that that's the word for it, they know that there's something a little bit different about them. And they may feel okay about it, or they may feel that, this is, just how I am. This is just this thing, right? But then there are other persons who are in absolute fear and terror based on the types of abilities that they're experiencing that is literally causing them to have sleepless nights and waking up in cold sweats and in constant fear about the things they're seeing, the things they're sensing, and the things they're hearing. Whether it is a person that has passed away or transitioned, that person is able to see, sense, or hear communication, or just literally hear things that they know, noise that's being projected from the non-physical dimensions. Or if a person is going to sleep and they literally are having out-of-body experiences that is beyond their control, or, they're feeling exhausted because they haven't rested well, because their mind has continually been going. Either they're dreaming multiple dreams or literally experiencing themselves in the non-physical realm while they're resting. Their physical bodies are in resting states. And so they're waking up. They're not really knowing how to make sense of the experience of the night before. All they know, they're feeling physically drained, confused, unclear about why these types of events are occurring to them. And it can be absolutely terrorizing when things such as these events happen, but then to make matters worse, when you don't seem to have any control of it or any kind of understanding about it. So it's almost as if these spiritual abilities are becoming literally like imposing on a person's life because they don't know what to do about it. And it interferes with their rest or, their day-to-day life, whether they are literally not able to go certain places, if they maybe live in a certain home, and because they're extra sensitive to certain non-physical realms and the activities of that non-physical realm, they're just not able to go to certain rooms or certain places. Society may call these a lot of times hauntings and things of that nature. But, perception is in the eye of the perceiver. And I'll get back to that a little bit later. But essentially, this podcast episode is ideally and specifically for persons who are absolutely terrified. So the first thing I'll say to you is that you are in more control than you think you are. The first step is to strengthen your intuition. Your intuition is the foundational ability for everyone that allows you to then perceive and get in a knowing and being a knowing of all your other abilities and what the information and what the experiencing of those abilities, what they mean. Your intuition is what gives you the clarity. Your intuition is what gives you that calmness in the presence of an event that occurs, or for instance, when you have a dream, whether it's a dream that is warning you about a particular aspect of your life or a challenge that you're enduring. Perhaps the dream is showing you some type of guidance what your action should be to overcome a challenge or an obstacle. It could be a decision that you're needing to make that the dream is guiding you to arrive to a decision that's going to be beneficial for you and for your greatest and highest good. And so if you're not connected with your intuition, then you wouldn't have the clarity that you're meant to have, because your intuition is essentially your soul. It's your soul essence. It's the part of you that's connected to the non-physical essence, whether your word for the description of the non-physical, life-giving, life-energizing, life force energy is the creator of the universe, the Most High, source, spirit, whatever your word is to describe that supernatural, non-physical essence. You are a spark of the divine. You are directly connected with that non-physical essence through your soul. And your soul is essentially your intuition, your intuitive knowing. Your soul is the part or the non-physical aspect of you that knows all about you, all about your abilities, all about the purpose that you set forth for yourself before you incarnated into this planetary construct. It is your ultimate spiritual GPS that is all knowing, all about you, all about others, all about knowing all about the collective consciousness, which is the totality of all the other sparks of the divines that are creating meaningful experiences. It also includes persons that have transitioned. It includes the ancestry realms. It includes non-physical and physical life forces. It includes an integration of the all-knowing that is simultaneously unfolding and evolving at all times. And so because you are a spark of the divine and your soul is an expression of your projected physical reality on this earth planetary construct, your soul is the ultimate spiritual GPS. And so as you strengthen your intuition, you are strengthening your connection to your soul, your inner spirit, your inner being. And when you are experiencing your abilities in a way that is bringing you discomfort and displeasure and fear and anxiety, it means that you are not connecting with your higher self or your soul essence intuitively to be guided about what's happening and what is the reason that these events are occurring, and how you can then shift those experiences to more pleasing and satisfactory experiences where you actually start enjoying astral projecting. You actually start enjoying having outer body experiences where you're literally able to just soar while your physical body rests, literally soar to other states of higher mind or dimensions, magical realms, and literally through that process, literally feel reinvigorated and rejuvenated and refreshed and be full of creative insight through your ability to astral project, through your ability to allow your physical body to rest while the spirit part of you literally soars and replenishes itself and then comes back literally integrated with you, your physical body, and allows your physical body to receive a rejuvenation that it wouldn't naturally experience if your spirit hadn't had the opportunity to soar in that way. And through the connection of your intuition, you're also able to command the way that you're experiencing these events. There's an energetic force field all around you. And when you are strongly connected with your intuition and in the confidence of that connection, you receive an intuitive knowing. And this intuitive knowing actually guides you in creating literally how you're experiencing your extrasensory perception abilities. And so if you are able, for instance, to communicate with a person that has transitioned, whether it's your own loved one or if you're picking up on intuitive hits on the loved ones of others, if that's something that you're not comfortable with, you're able to say, you know what, I'm commanding my energy force field and I'm commanding my reality that I will not experience these types of events, or you can set the groundwork of how you're going to experience these type of events. So for instance, if you wish not to see this type of non-physical activity, all you need to do is get an agreement with your cells and your body and your brain and your mind in a harmonious collective effort that you will not perceive your reality in this way. And earlier when I said that perception is in the eye of the perceiver, what I meant by that specifically is that your mind represents the non-physical, creative, essentially spirit essence that's within you. Your brain is literally the physically manifested part of you that is anatomically connected to the non-physical part of you or your mind, that its purpose is to assist you in perceiving your physical reality. And so if you get an agreement with your tissues and your neurons and your nervous system that you will not perceive certain things in your reality, or that through conscious language, you will perceive your reality in certain ways, once you get deliberate about using conscious language, once you get deliberate about your thinking process, the vibration of your thoughts, are you thinking positive about yourself and others and your abilities and how they're a sacred gift that is meant to be a blessing for you in helping you to navigate through life? If you are in the deliberate habit of thinking positively about yourself and others and your reality and how you're perceiving the world and the planet and others, if you are in the habit of fostering of a positive spiritual mindset so that you can perceive your reality, perceive your existence from the spiritual mindset that all is well, all is progressive. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every challenge is an opportunity for you to discover something new about yourself, including your abilities and how to control them and how to allow them to be the gifts that they are and to manifest in expressions and experiences that actually support that belief. So the idea is to strengthen your intuition so that, for instance, you have intuitive knowing about how or what a dream, what the information is, what type of dream is it? Is it a warning dream? Is it a dream that is instructional, that is showing you what needs to happen? And, there are non-physical life forces such as angels or loved ones that may have transitioned, passed away, that are quote unquote watching over you, that all this information is flowing to you a lot of times from loved ones who may have transitioned. And that's how they quote unquote watch over you. They inspire inspiration that is beneficial to your life. And a lot of times it comes from loved ones that may have passed away, divine guidance, angels. Whatever it is that you believe that you are perceiving becomes reality for you. And so however you perceive the non-physical realm, whether you are guided by angels or guided by ancestors or, loved ones that have passed away that have your best interest in mind, or spirit guides, or information directly from the divine through the connection of your soul. And so when you are able to strengthen and practice through practical spiritual principles and practices, strengthen your intuition, which is the foundational extrasensory perception ability, you then have a knowing. The idea is to continually practice how to connect with your intuition, how to be at one with your higher self, how to show up in a more integrated way with your higher self in your day-to-day life through spiritual growth, through the allowing and the guidance of your higher self, and being present, consciously present in your life, consciously present when things unfold in a certain way so that you're able to recognize the miracles in your life and recognize the aspects of yourself that is so supernatural that you allow to unfold in your life and become a part of your normal, right? Being able to be in a all-knowing intuitive flow where you don't have to have confusion or fear and anxiety about your abilities, because ultimately you've gotten to the spiritual maturity that you are aware that your abilities are spiritual tools to assist you. So no longer will you fear having sleepless nights because you don't know what you're going to see or what you're going to perceive, because you've already commanded your reality that you are going to experience all aspects of your abilities, all aspects of yourself in a satisfactory and meaningful way that is aligned with your purpose, that is always bringing you information and bringing you into more and more alignment of all that you were created to be. And if, for instance, you learn to sit quietly with yourself so that you can become more intuitively aligned and connected and synergized with your soul essence, you'll be amazed what kind of information and how the egotistical chatter begins to subside. And literally, you're able to hear a more direct knowing of when your intuition is speaking to you, your inner spirit, the guidance of your inner spirit, the all-knowing of your inner spirit. And so from that place, you can ask any question because you are directly connected to divine intelligence. And so you can ask questions about your abilities. You can ask, how can I experience my abilities in a more meaningful way that is not bringing me fear or anxiety or worry or panic and causing me to wake up in sleepless nights? And your intuition will guide you to the answer and to the realization and the awareness of how to achieve those things. For instance, it could be simply talking more to your physical body, which also has a consciousness. Talk to your body and talk to your neurons, talk to your brain, through self-talk, and command that you experience your reality and your abilities in a magnificent way that brings you peace and that brings you the realization and the awakening of how you're meant to use your abilities to align with your purpose and how your abilities are benefiting you for your purpose and how they support your unique energy signature and all the ways that it's meant to guide you. When you nurture your intuition, your connection with your higher self, you're never in the not knowing. You can never go wrong because you're always being guided right back to where you need to be. And so the idea is to strengthen your intuition, spend more time with yourself, make it a daily practice to spend alone time with yourself, where you can sit and just reflect, go within and reflect on your day, go in and reflect on your interactions of that day. And, you'd be amazed how much aha moments you realize. It could be something as simple as nourishing the divinity within you by taking walks on the beach, being around water, being in nature. It could simply be allowing yourself to appreciate the beauty of a sunrise or a sunset. These types of things vitalizes the divinity within you and your soul essence. It nourishes you because it invigorates you. It strengthens your ability to be connected to higher vibrational frequency of peace, calm, and tranquility and serenity. And when you can be centered and integrated with your intuition, when you experience a new aspect of your ability, there's less freak out mode, right? Because you've practiced enough. Okay, how can I go within? What is this telling me about my abilities? What information am I receiving? And what's the purpose of me receiving this information? And the more you become strengthened and connected with your intuition, it's more effortless. It's like you naturally are in the knowing of the way that you're experiencing your reality because the information just constantly and consistently flows to you. And so you're in a clearer knowing and a clearer understanding of things that are occurring, events and experiences that are happening for you, not to you, because everything happens for you, for your benefit, for your purpose, for your development, for your spiritual growth. And so when you experience a less than satisfactory way of your ability that's bringing you fear or anxiety, it's information for you to now say, you know what, this is not pleasing for me, and I'm not experiencing my abilities in a way that is bringing me happiness or comfort or joy. And so I will no longer experience my reality this way. And then you can get an intuitive knowing with yourself, an intuitive agreement that experiences, events, discovery, remembrances about deeper layers of your abilities are always coming to you and unfolding in a meaningful way, and that you're always in pleasure and pleased by how things come to you and how information flows to you, and divine downloads automatically flow to you, and you're always in the knowing, and you're always delighted at discovering this aspect of your ability or that aspect of your ability. And then you get in this co-creating dance of self-discovery and self-nurturing and delight in how remarkable your abilities are and how you're able to purposefully use your abilities in one way or another, or to be able to shift from one extra perception ability to the other if you are experiencing yourself in this way where you have multiple extrasensory perceptions. So the idea is for you to get in this dance of appreciation, this dance of the specialness of your abilities and your giftedness, and this self-discovery that leads to one aha moment after another as you are continually, the dots are continually being connected as you commit more and more to your spiritual growth and your personal development. And you get in this excitement and this joy and this wonder and this delight, and just start shifting negative emotions around your abilities into a more positive self-talk and self-belief about your abilities, that they are gifts and they're meant to be appreciated and they're meant to be developed and integrated and managed. And when you can get in an intuitive flow, when you are at the center stage of your life and realize that you are meant to develop these abilities for a greater good, for a greater cause, to be of some type of contribution and assistance to the planet and to the persons in your life and to your own life, because it's okay for you to be a gift to yourself and a blessing to yourself. Because when you are in a space where you're experiencing yourself in the highest version of yourself, you get in the magical flow of life. And that's really what life is about, living and being in the magical flow of life. That's when you're really living. That's when you're really alive. That's when the spark of the divine within you truly illuminates and you are reflective, your experiences, and you emanate higher love and light consciousness. And that's what it really is about. Ultimately, your abilities are really tools to help you to tap into higher levels of expanded conscious love and light and higher vibrational frequency, so that you can literally assist in the forward evolution and consciousness of the planet and forward shift of evolution and spiritual growth and expansion and progress of every kind. And so if you are experiencing yourself, in fear and anxiety, I absolutely encourage you to literally, sit down and take time, maybe take notes, do a journal, and write down the ways that you're experiencing your abilities and the way that you are feeling towards your abilities. And for further clarity, connect more with yourself. And I have opened up some spots for one-on-one coaching. Each person's situation is different and unique. And so, I can only be but so specific on the podcast. But if you'd like to have a conversation with me to discuss more about your abilities, particularly if you're in absolute fear and anxiety about your abilities and the way you're experiencing them, I've opened up a couple of slots so that we can sit down and we can discuss it. And then I can share with you my own intuitive abilities to offer you some clarity and energy healing around the way you're experiencing yourself, so that you can feel safer with your abilities and safer in developing them and managing them in your day-to-day life. So it's my absolute joy to support you on this journey of spiritual growth and personal development. I am Athena Lucene, and I came to this Earth planetary construct as a galactic expanded beacon of love and light consciousness, here to guide you and assist you in the forward movement of divine evolution through spiritual growth and through the application and development of your spiritual giftedness and talents. For more information on overcoming the unique challenges of a spiritually gifted individual, go to athenalucene.com, click the topic that resonates the most to you, and receive a free video training on that topic. Again, it's my absolute joy to support you. If you feel that there is someone that can benefit from this episode or that can be inspired by it, please feel welcome to share. And I look forward to receiving and responding to your comments. And that's it for now. So take care, be well, abundant blessings, and blissful moments.